Hey guys, what's happening? You're probably wondering what exactly I did on the assistants. For those wondering that, here it is. For the pen lay row, I did 205 pounds, 5 sets of 5. Well, actually, 4 sets of 5. And I did it really, really strict. Definitely strict. I brought the bar up to my chest every single rep with elbows pretty high. So I wasn't bringing it like this. I'm doing pen lay rows like that with a bent back. So I'm doing it like, completely 90 degrees to the ground. Did my pen lay rows like that, and I did 1 set of 225 for 5 after the 4 sets. After that, I did Arnold press, 3 sets of 10 with 75-pound dumbbells going like this. I didn't want to include it. It seemed kind of boring to me. After that, I did close grip pull downs with the V-bar like this. I did 200 pounds for 3 sets of between 8 and 10 reps. After that, I kind of messed around a little bit. I tried doing some skull crushers like this with the easy bar. And actually, I didn't like the way it felt on my elbows. After the first set of a 25-pound plate on each side, it felt fine. Then I did 35 pounds on each side. And I started to kind of feel a little bit of discomfort in my elbows from that. And, this could be from overall wear and tear. Like last year and the years before, I did a ton of skull crushing. I did it super heavy. Crazy heavy skull crushers. I mean, 45 pounds up to 45 and a 25 on each side, just going at it, just skull crushing my ass off. And that made my triceps strong in one way, but it really just beat the shit out of my elbows for that sort of movement. I shouldn't have been doing them every week like I was doing. And in fact, I kind of have a new method of doing skull crushers. I'll do it for like maybe, a few workouts in 1 month, and then I'll take off like 1 to 3 months from doing skull crushers ever again. So last time I did skull crushers was over a month ago, guys. So anyways, I try to do them overhead and not even like this, laying down, which is the most painful way to me, in my opinion, with heavy weights. With light weights, it's not bad. But still, when I got into a certain amount of weight, it still hurt my elbows. So I wanted to try something different. I stood up, I stood tall, and did it standing. And I tried to really focus on getting my elbows narrow like this while doing it. And actually, I felt great. I felt like my triceps worked very well. And even though I was only using 25 pounds per side, I felt like I got a really good tricep workout from just doing that. So that's basically my workout, guys. Overall, now I'm doing pretty well, guys. Christmas is coming up. I had a great Thanksgiving, if you're wondering. Had a lot of fun with my family, both my girl's family and mine. A lot of people are watching my Flex for All 2 channel, my main channel, and they're wondering if I'm still with my girlfriend, and the answer is yes, I am. But in the series, right now, if you're watching it, if you're keeping updated, we just broke up. So if you're watching, perhaps you'll see how it goes, and maybe you'll see how I got us to get back together. So I don't know. That was my life during the summertime, during the 2011 competitive season. I'm planning on doing my 2012 season, like the series style thing, much more responsibly than my last one. However I do it, I'm not going to be so, just backloaded on the footage. I plan on keeping myself really, really updated. So I apologize for the old videos, guys. Yes, they are old videos on my Flex for All 2 channel. Some people think they're my recent videos, but no, those are old videos. I wish I was that ripped right now. That would be awesome, being that ripped and lifting this kind of weight. So, anyways, pretty much it, guys. In the video you just saw, I did 185 for a set of 9. Oh, another thing that you might be wondering about. Something I did this week, and it kind of had to do with some conversation I had at this powerlifting meet that I was at this last weekend, or the weekend before this one, down in Sacramento at Body Tribe. I remember my coach saying to me, "Matt, I've never seen you struggle on a squat." And I was thinking to myself, I was like, yeah, maybe he's right. And that's in regards to my most newest videos, where on my Flex for All 3 channel, where I'm squatting, and I never really am, struggling my ass off, because, I'll hit my reps, and I won't go balls to the wall. And in his opinion, he thought that I could be squatting much more than that. much more than the 300s, into the 400s. And of course, this was all in the whole powerlifting style of mind, because we were at a powerlifting meet, So I took it to heart. I thought about it, and this week what I did is I upped my maxes on my program, which is the 531. You're only supposed to be raising it by 5 pounds on upper body, 10 pounds on lower body per month. So say I'm working off a training max of 300 pounds on a bench press. My next month, I'm only supposed to be working off a max of 305. Hopefully that makes sense. But this month, what I did, instead of raising my upper body by 5 and lower body by 10, I raised it by much more than that. I think for my upper body, I raised it by a total of 15. 15 for my military, and I might have even raised it up 20 for my bench press. I'm not exactly sure, but I think it was around 20, 15 or 20, and that's much more than 5. For the lower body, I did my deadlift. I raised it up by 25 or 30, I believe. I think it was 25. And same thing for squat. Instead of 10, I did 25 or 30. That means I'm going to be working with 400-pound weights for both of those on the heavier weeks. So that's going to be pretty interesting, finally lifting those 400s. I will let you guys know of how this turns out. A lot of you guys might be thinking, Matt, you told us not to do this, da-da-da. And yes, if anything, just like when you watch anyone's video, keep in mind what they advise you to do and what they do themselves, because it's not always the same thing. Each person will have their reasons for what they do, and they may or may not suggest that you do the same thing they do. For example, I do not suggest that people raise their maxes as much as I'm doing on this specific program. Now, it's ultimately up to you, but that's just my advice. You can take it or leave it. You can do whatever the F you want to do. I'm sure you've heard that a lot. So, I hope everyone doesn't go out and just bump up their maxes like crazy just because they think they're lifting heavy. Keep in mind the long-term goal, and that's actually what I'm doing as well. I'm keeping the long-term goal in mind. And this next month, after this month, I am not going to raise my maxes this much again. I'm only going to raise them by the minimum. I'm pretty sure. I can't promise that, but I'm pretty sure. But just so you understand, my strength gain at this level, I still was able to put up my 5+ rep set where I'm supposed to hit a minimum of 5. I put it up 9 times on the military press. So, looking at that, I didn't make a huge mistake. And actually, I think I'm looking back, and last month, I can go look, and my max rep set of, it was probably much less than 185. It was probably like 160 or 165. I probably put it up for a similar amount of reps, probably 10 or 11, okay? So I'll see how this goes, guys. I'll let you know what I think about it, and if this was a wise decision, etc. But overall, I definitely recommend you don't raise your maxes by a ton. The reason I'm doing it is because the way I see it, I'm working with this caloric surplus at the moment for just the month of December. And starting January, it all goes opposite. I am going to be dropping my carbs quite a bit, but not a ton. Right now I'm at 425. I'll probably drop it to like 350 or something to start off with. Slow and steady for my cutting. So hopefully I'll still be able to run this program as long as possible, and I'll keep in touch with my coaches and figure that out. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and that's what's new with me as far as training. Everything else is going pretty good. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Like,
and quit being a little bitch. Oh, his cake.